See this guy? His name is Todd Davis, and he's the CEO of LifeLock. In case you're not familiar with LifeLock, the company advertises that they are the leader in identity theft protection, protecting your personal information, monitoring your accounts, and helping with restoration should the worst happen. Sounds great, right? Well, in order to back up the claims, Todd Davis put his social security number on billboards, buses, and TV ads to prove his company's protection worked. Confident, bold, also useless. So effective was this protection that his identity was stolen at least 13 times. Sweet Lord. So, if Lifelock sucks, does that mean that Aura, Identity Guard, IdentityForce, and the rest of the crowd are any better? Let's find out. Welcome back to Dad Ruins Everything. Last time I explained LED lighting and how it's changed the world. Today, I'm back to ruining things, and my new target is one of the biggest fear based subscription models out there: identity theft protection. If you've ever been tempted by one of those scary commercials, an identity is stolen every 5 seconds, this video is for you. Identity theft is real. Nobody's denying that. It can absolutely destroy your credit, create months of paperwork headaches, and even cost you money if banks or credit bureaus drag their feet. Identity theft protection services exploit that fear with a very simple message: we'll protect you. They tell you that hackers already have your social security number, that your kids' identities are at risk, and that scammers can open accounts in your name at any time. And while all of that is theoretically true, the question is, can these companies actually stop that from happening? Spoiler, no. So, what do these services actually do? Here's the menu you get when you pay $10 to $40 a month to Lifelock, Aura, Identity Guard, or any one of the other copycats. Credit monitoring alerts you when new accounts show up on your credit file. You can already get this for free from Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. Most banks and credit card companies will do this for free for you too. Dark web scans. We found your email on the dark web. Cool. That just means it was in one of the 15 billion leaked records floating around. Not exactly secret intel. Identity restoration support. A call center that walks you through forms you could fill out yourself. Sometimes helpful, but definitely not magic. And insurance coverage. Sounds great, and seeing up to $1 million of protection feels reassuring. But read the conditions and you'll find that it only reimburses legal fees and lost wages, not the actual fraud losses. Notice what's missing? Anything that actually stops identity theft in the first place. Weird. Let's start with the big one, LifeLock. Yes, I've already told you about CEO Todd Davis's marketing failure. And while it's bad that his company wasn't able to protect his identity from being stolen at least 13 times, that's not where the story ends. In 2010, the Federal Trade Commission fined LifeLock $12 million for deceptive advertising, including the false promise that LifeLock offered complete protection against all types of identity theft. They also claimed personal data was encrypted and accessed only on a need-to-know basis. The FTC found that none of this was true. There was no encryption, there was poor password management, there were missing security patches, and there was a total lack of employee access controls. In 2015, they had to pay $100 million, at the time the largest FTC settlement ever for a data security issue. Specifically, the FTC found LifeLock in contempt for continual violations of their 2010 settlement. For years thereafter, LifeLock failed to maintain a comprehensive information security program. They lied about having bank-level safeguards, then misrepresented that they alerted users as soon as threats appeared, and they ignored record-keeping requirements. Oh, and they falsely advertised security and exaggerated their protections. So, yeah, trust us with your identity came from a company repeatedly caught lying about identity protection. In case you want to know about the rest of the field, we have Aura, formerly known as iSubscribed, then Intersections, before got rebranded with a hip startup name, Aura. Their pitch is the same: monitoring, alerts, insurance, dark web scans, basically LifeLock with a shinier app. And then there's IdentityGuard, one of the oldest players, dating back to the 90s, famous mostly for credit monitoring packages. Fun fact, the same company owns both Aura and IdentityGuard. While the services are different brands with their own features, pricing, and focuses, it's mostly just a matter of the same crap in a different bag. We have IdentityForce. They market heavily to families with child identity theft protection. Translation: more upselling, more subscriptions, still just monitoring credit and leaks after the fact. Then, Experian IdentityWorks. Yes, one of the very credit bureaus that sells your data also sells you protection from the people stealing your data. It's like a house burglar opening a thrift store. And it's not just Experian. Equifax and TransUnion have identity theft protection subscriptions too. The conflict of interest is both ironic and sad. It seems like it should be illegal for the same companies that sell your credit reports, your marketing profiles, and your demographic data to banks, lenders, insurers, and advertisers to then sell you protection from the people exploiting that data. Regardless of if I'm talking about pure play identity theft protection vendors or hybrid double dippers, all of them are still selling the same playbook: overstate the risk, sell monitoring, call it protection, and collect money forever because the risk remains forever. And if you want to know why there are so many companies offering these virtually identical services, it's because the margins are insane. They charge $10 to $40 a month, and with family plans, it gets even higher. Multiply that by millions of subscribers, and you've got a multi-billion-dollar industry. And what are their costs? Automated credit pulls, a database scan for breached emails, and a call center or AI chatbot for customer support. That's it. They're selling peace of mind, not actual protection. It's antivirus software all over again. Scary marketing, monthly billing, questionable effectiveness. One of the strongest marketing points is the $1 million of insurance coverage. Sounds amazing, especially since the fear most people have with identity theft is that they'll have their money stolen or that they'll be on the hook for someone else's fraud. But read the fine print. It usually covers legal fees, postage, and lost wages. It does not usually cover direct stolen funds. If someone drains your checking account, the bank, not LifeLock, is responsible. The up to $1 million number is rarely paid out. In fact, most claims are just a few $1,000s of paperwork costs. So it's not really $1 million protection. It's more like, we'll reimburse you for stamps. But hey, a book of forever stamps is currently $15.60, so there's that. An impressive sounding feature is the dark web scan. You'll get an email that says, "We found your information on the dark web." Sounds terrifying, no? Maybe, until you realize almost everyone's email and password combos are out there from old data breaches. LinkedIn, Adobe, Yahoo, Facebook. Billions of accounts have been dumped. These dumps are freely traded, and you can check them yourself on sites like haveibeenowned.com. Most stolen data isn't even traded on dark web forums. It's sold privately in bulk. So, the scan is basically a way to scare you with information that's been out there for years and that you could get for free. And speaking of free, for anyone that saw my video on Incogni and Delete Me, this next part may feel familiar, and it's something that these vendors don't want you to know. You can do almost everything they do for free. You can freeze your credit at all three bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. This blocks new accounts in your name, which is the main type of fraud these services claim to protect against. It's totally free, takes 10 minutes per bureau, and you can temporarily lift the freeze if you need to apply for credit. You can set up free credit pull and fraud alerts with the bureaus. Lenders have to take extra steps to verify your identity before issuing credit. Use strong, unique passwords with the password manager. I have a video on password managers if you're interested. Use multi-factor authentication with your accounts. Text codes, authenticator apps, security keys. This blocks account takeovers way better than a LifeLock subscription. Per usual, the standard warning against SMS-based two-factor authentication applies here. Monitor your accounts directly. Every bank and credit card already alerts you for suspicious activity. They want to protect themselves and, by extension, protect you. Use free credit reports like annualcreditreport.com, which gives you one from each bureau each week. Shred documents and don't overshare data online. Old school identity theft still starts with mail theft, dumpster diving, and phishing emails. So that's 95% of what these vendors sell, and the total cost is $0. The bottom line is that these protection services don't protect anything. In 2017, Equifax was hacked, exposing the personal data of 147 million Americans. Did their identity protection services stop it? Nope. LifeLock customers have repeatedly reported their identities were stolen despite paying for years. The company's defense? We never promised prevention. Aura and Identity Guard don't even promise to block fraud, only to notify you quickly. What? Congratulations, you'll be the first to know you've been robbed. Identity theft protection services are not fake, insofar as they really do monitor credit and send alerts. At best, though, their services are intentionally misnamed to make them sound more effective, useful, and valuable than they are. At worst, they are scams in the sense that they charge you huge fees for things you can already do yourself for free. They don't stop identity theft. They don't prevent fraud. They sell overpriced monitoring as protection, and they hide behind insurance that rarely pays out. At best, they save you a few phone calls. At worst, they're just fear based subscriptions designed to keep you paying forever. So I hope Lifelock, Aura, Identity Guard, and the whole identity protection industry are sufficiently ruined for you, or for someone in your life who's been tempted to sign up. If you found this video educational or entertaining, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your weirdest identity theft story in the comments. And if you're still worried, freeze your credit. It's free, it works, and it won't encourage Todd Davis to market his social security number anymore. Thanks, and have an awesome day, where you can be you, but hopefully nobody else will try to be you too.